Hey traders, TG Watkins here. I'm recording this at the end of July, and I wanted to look at this as far as seasonality goes because the market's been a little bit weak and kind of not looking so great. And so what I wanted to do is actually look back at some of my seasonal charts that I've collected over the years, and it's pretty much spelling out the picture that I think that we are experiencing right now. So I wanted to go through that and kind of explain some of seasonality just on a calendar basis and seasonality based on a presidential cycle. So let's get into it. Remember, you always come over to simplertrading.com/Moxie. You can come over, check out a $7 trial for 30 days. And this is where you guys can find more information about me. Now, I decided to I'm kind of using all this AI stuff. Figured we'll see what that looks like. And I come over here and I used Claude and see what this is. And I said, hey, tell me about the presidential cycle as it relates to the stock market. And so, theory is that the stock market follows a pattern based on the presidential cycle. Okay, so we've already had year one. We got that. We are in year two, which is midterms. And so historically, the weakest or second weakest year on average, with a notable correction or drawdown sometime during the year. Of course, it's very, very vague, but it also frequently marks a durable bottom with a strong rally beginning in the back half of the year heading into year three. So let me kind of clarify that a little bit more. And I got more charts to show you guys. As I said, it's a little bit vague when it says, oh, there's going to be a correction. Well, we've had a correction at the earlier part of the year. We know that with the Iran situation, and we've had a really, really strong move. But now the market's been feeling a little bit again, I'm going to show you some more charts here, but it feels like there's going to be another kind of weakness that's happening. And I think this could be part of the whole second year midterm type stuff that's happening with the markets. Now, also just based on a calendar year, we are starting to head into some seasonal weakness because usually you kind of think about the beginning of the school year tends to be some weakness so that we can actually make room for a strong fourth quarter or a strong run into the end of the year. And that's where it says with a strong rally beginning in the back half of the year heading into year three. Okay, so let's just look at the calendar year real quick. If we look at something like this, July is usually supposed to be pretty bullish. We had a pretty good run up into the 4th of July. We did that, and we are seeing a lot of rotation out there. The S&P is still up. Some of the other indices are kind of neutral. I'm concerned we're starting to see a little bit of weakness in the Dow and the RSP and the IWM, but we'll kind of see how that all pans out. We'll see what kind of happens for July. But if you look, August and September are weak. And so we've got not the greatest seasonality as far as strength for just the calendar, but then also we have the presidential cycle. So let's pay attention that we are starting to come into some weak seasonality. All right, well, let's take a look at some other things that we got here. This is the composite based on the 4-year election cycle. That way we can kind of visualize this a little bit more. So the post-election year, we already had that. Now we are in the mid-election year. And you can see here, maybe according to this chart, we kind of top around April. I think we were able to push that a little bit further, partly because of world geopolitical events and the whole AI semiconductor thing. But it does show you that kind of going into September and the end of September, we should be getting some choppy weakness. So I think that is something that we need to be prepared for based on what's happening here. And maybe around November, because elections and midterms and stuff like that, we kind of have a better path for what's going on. If you think about this as far as elections go, basically, money needs to follow politics because we need to know who is in charge to be making rules, and then that kind of helps determine where money should be placed. And so this is where the idea about when we have elections coming up, big money likes to just kind of wait on and see where we're going to go politically. So that could be explaining that. And then we can come over here. Here's another one. Now, this is back from 2024, but again, this kind of shows you the same idea. Midterm elections, seasonal pattern. And here we are, coming up into the end of July, and it's number one, mixed, but then number two, August, weak to neutral. August, September into October tends to be weak to neutral for the variety of indices out there. And again, going into midterm election years. So this isn't really painting that great of a story either, as far as what we could be expecting. And then how about I'll come over here, we'll take a look at another one. Let's kind of zoom in on that. Midterm years have above average odds of a major correction or bear market. So I don't know about a bear market, I'm not going to say that, but it does feel like a correction could be happening. Probably, as I've been saying over the last few weeks, if you guys watch my videos, that I kind of feel like the AI trade, the semiconductor trade, all that kind of stuff got really, really, really extended, really overbought. And I'm not going to be saying it's over, but I think it's just extended for right now, and it could really use a little bit of a break, a breather, kind of a it needs to consolidate a little bit. And so I kind of think that is what we could be seeing. And eventually, I think this could work its way up to the major indices to where we could see a correction. So year two, here we are, midterm. What does it look like? Yeah, not that great. And you can see right around October, November is where it actually starts to bottom and move up pretty strongly. So it goes along with the idea of politics and the voting and just wanting to lay low until we kind of know where the political landscape is. And then you can see here there's kind of that weakness going in from July, August, September. Okay, so again, another something to pay attention to. And then we can see here, I'll just do two more real quick. You can see here, equityclock.com. We look at this one. July, usually, again, July is supposed to be pretty bullish. This year, maybe it's feeling a little bit tired. August, kind of weak. September, a little bit mixed, maybe a blip and come back down. And then we don't start to pick up until kind of the third or the fourth quarter of the end of the year. And then I think this is also another one that looks pretty interesting. This is the VIX seasonality. Not too many people talk about the VIX seasonality. And where does the VIX tend to move up? Well, after July. So you can see August, September, October, we start to perk up in the VIX. So VIX up, market down. And that's kind of what we're seeing in through here. I'd also like you to note that the VIX, coming into July, because July is supposed to be pretty bullish, is awfully low. Okay, it is reaching an area that we just can't quite get below. And even looking at the UVIX, it has been trending down for quite some time. And I wouldn't be surprised to say that it is due for a little bit of a move to the upside. So certainly be careful out there. The market's looking a little funky. And we've got seasonality happening out here that tells us we need to be cautious on the long side. Of course, there will be things moving to the upside, and of course, there will be things moving to the downside. So just be careful. We don't really have the winds that are back for the upside for the bull case. So just careful out there until we kind of see some better environment. All right. So remember, simplertrading.com/Moxie is where you can find more about me. Come over here, $7 trial for 30 days. Would love to see you guys into the room. We're kind of toned back our trading. We're going to be looking at some day trading and making sure we at least stay active, keep in touch and always watch for when something's going to be happening so we can dive into the market. Okay, guys, we'll see you soon. Take care.